What if I told you your perception of self-improvement is totally wrong? But before I break any perceptions, let's get into my story. So recently I was trying to think about different content ideas and different things for my YouTube channel, and I did not have time. That is not to say that that was an excuse for me to procrastinate, but I genuinely did not have time. So what did I do? What I did was I opened a notepad and I wrote down all the things I do throughout the day. And I'm going to read those things out right now. Deep work, learning skills, meditations, working out, reading books, journaling, building this channel, studying. I don't even know how many I have counted right now. And all of these things I tried to do in one single day. These were all of the things that I wanted to do, but there were other things that other people needed me to do. And that means what happened was a total habit overload. And by now, if you have not understood what I'm talking about the wrong belief that people think self-improvement is adding things. No, it's not. It's about removing things. Then why do people think that adding things is also a part of self-improvement? Because it is. And I know I'm contradicting myself, but the thing is, when you are a beginner, you have to stop doing those degenerate habits and you have to start adding good habits. And most people are on the basic stage of self-improvement, and that is why the add new stuff virality is going on all over the place. Because most people are beginners and most people think that adding new good stuff is a good thing. I have answered the what. Now let's move on to the why. So why the hell is it a misconception if adding these good habits are actually good for you? It might be important for beginners, but it's a detriment to people who are on the intermediate stage of self-improvement. This is not just some random problem that I encountered. I have spoken to many people, seen posts, seen different type of videos regarding how people don't have time. And it's not an excuse, it's a genuine problem that they don't have time. And why is that? It's because they are trying to do too many things at once. What most people consider self-improvement is literally violating the first principle of productivity. The first principle of productivity is do not multitask. And self-improvement, or what those people think that it is self-improvement, it is violating this basic principle. It's because this type of self-improvement is trying to make you do too many things at once. Let's say this much is your day. About this much is gonna be filled with those habits and your day-to-day task only. You have only this much time left. What are you gonna do in that time? Then you might be thinking that, what about the advanced people? Do they not do the habits? Well, the thing is, they do the habits, but there is a twist. Once you are a total beginner, you have lots of free time because you have stopped doing bad habits. Once you get to the intermediate stage where you want to focus on a goal, that time you literally don't have time. And when you are in the advanced category who can set goals but also have the time to focus on these habits, that time he adds these habits. And that means he can do these habits alongside his goal. But people in the middle category, in the intermediate stage, cannot do both the things together. They have to sacrifice one thing or the other. And that is the basic motto of self-improvement: sacrifice for reward in future. Now that I have told you why, now let's talk about the alternative. Because if you are someone who just likes to argue with people, you're gonna get really pissed off at me. Because, oh no, Ankush said meditation is a bad thing. Now let's get into the alternative part. First, I would like to make this damn clear that none of those good habits are bad. And there is a reason they are good habits. What do I mean by this? What I mean is, people who think that I am telling them to not do the good habits, they are total idiots and they are not understanding what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, if you don't have time, then cut out stuff. Focus on your priority, not your priorities. As I previously said in one of my videos, there is no word called priorities. Only what you have is priority, and there should be a single priority. Nothing else is a priority, nothing else is an emergency, only a priority, not priorities. The first step you can do is cut out all the unnecessary junk. That depends on the level of self-improvement you are on right now. For example, if you are a total beginner and you still sometimes struggle with the bad habits, then yeah, keep on watching the podcast, keep on reading the books. It's gonna help you a lot. And if you are advanced, then sure man, you do the stuff that is helping you, because it's gonna help you only. It's gonna boost your productivity. But if you are in the intermediate category, as I previously spoke, then cut out all the unnecessary junk. What do I mean by junk? Let's give you a very nice analogy. An average person of self-improvement has a morning routine, an evening routine, and a night routine. And that's crazy because each of them is gonna take at least an hour. Most people have 2 hours, 3 hours of routines. and that is literally eating away your time. Cut out all the unnecessary junk, wake up and get straight to work. You're not gonna die if you don't have the coffee directly after waking up, or if you don't do your wholesome cute morning routine after waking up. Now there are things that can actually help you. For example, NSDR, non-sleep deep rest, then meditation, and all of these practices before sleep can massively increase the sleep performance. That's why you can keep them. And what I always tell you guys is use your common sense. You have got a brain in there, and use that common sense of yours. Don't cut out something that is important. Cut out something that is not important. Do you really need that 4-5 hours of watching podcast? Instead, you could have worked on your business or something like that. What I mean is, if you have a goal you want to ruthlessly work towards, and if you want to achieve that goal, focus your life around that goal only. Let's say this is the goal. Focus all your energy and time into this single goal. Don't try to do each and everything at once. What I want you to develop is a mindset that whether this thing will be helping me or not. Is it productive right now, or will it be more productive once I get to a certain level? Because even seemingly productive things might be a detriment. Let's give you another analogy. Replying to people, commenting, liking their comments, etc., for a YouTuber is very nice because it helps to interact with the community. But if you are someone who does not post regularly and just wastes time by doing all of this wholesome and cute activities, then that means you have to cut it out. But if you are uploading daily or weekly, or if you have a perfect schedule, you don't miss any of your uploads, you have got a team, then yes, sure, you can grow your community, you can interact with them by replying to comments. What you have to understand is there is a certain time frame for each of the things to happen. You cannot do each and everything at once. Now let's conclude all of this. First thing I would like to tell you is this advice is for specific level of people. If you are a total beginner, don't take this advice, and you probably won't even understand what I am trying to say because you have not been through that level yet. And if you are someone who is advanced, then you are probably understanding what I am saying, and you probably have implemented the same principles in your life to get the results you have got. But those who are intermediate and who are focusing on a single goal, who are not agreeing with me totally, you just think about this step for a moment and just write all of the things that you do. See whether they are benefiting you or they are detrimenting you. Now, if you want to learn about the dark side of self-improvement, which I think most people face, then go and click this one. Or if you think that ego is your enemy, then go and click this one to find some unexpected knowledge. I'll see you in the next one. Start if you haven't already.